What up, though, y'all? The flyest vlogger on the planet, man. We are inside Mic Check. I go by the name of Showtime the Czar. Got a special guest in studio with me today. Rising R&B superstar. Okay, I can say that right now because he's still on the rise, doing his thing, still grinding, steady hustling. He goes by the name of Legend. What up, though, man?
What's the deal, Detroit? What's popping?
Welcome to the show, brother.
Thank you.
How are you, first off?
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm good, man. Just celebrated my 29th birthday.
Oh, man, happy birthday, man. What you do?
Man, I dropped the album. Worked on a
See,
project.
I'm saying steady working, brother. Always working.
Stay working. We outside, man. We outside on 26.
That's what's up.
But I just dropped the album, dropped a music video. You know what I'm saying? Celebrating some little wins. Trying to, do something monumental, man. Something legendary.
Nice, nice. You said you dropped the album. That's the only thing you did for your birthday. You wasn't, you ain't go to no club, no party, nothing like that.
I was at Love and Tequila the night.
There you go. Okay.
We got right. We had us a good time. You feel me?
Glad to hear that, man. You got to celebrate, like you said. Got to celebrate the wins.
Yeah.
Before we get into your project, Dreamers Don't Die. That's the album you just dropped, correct?
Yes, sir.
Before we get into that, man, people might not know the backstory of Legend, man. So give people a little bit of who you are and, you know what I'm saying, your musical background and all that good stuff.
Yeah, man, I'm an R&B artist from Inkster, Michigan. I love to Detroit, but I am from Inkster.
Shout out to the town.
Shout out to the town. Yeah, man, I got my roots. I started in church. My father's a pastor. My uncle was Bishop Wayne T. Jackson, Apostle Wayne T. Jackson. So I come from a long line of men of God, and I was raised in church my whole life. You know what I'm saying? So my father actually started his ministry in '97, the year I was born. So
nice.
Just being around production my whole life, I was always infatuated, working sound or on a praise and worship team, some type doing a skit or just acting or just using the gifts that I feel like God gave me. So that's kind of where I got my start. From there, I played football. I left college at Adrian College. I left from there and went to Eastern. And that's where I met my brother Asaka the Renegade. Shout out to Asaka.
Yeah. It's my guy.
And that's where I met them at Tribe. He had an org called Tribe. And that was where I kind of got my start. I was already rapping and stuff at Adrian and developing myself as an artist, but that was where I could go to have iron sharpens iron. You know what I'm saying? One of those situations. So there, I made the conscious decision to drop out of school entirely and focus on music. And I did that in 2017 and I never looked back. 2017 and I never looked back. Years later, I would open up a studio with my brother Ahmed Side. Shout out Side. Locked In Studios, Locked In Entertainment. If you ain't locked in, you locked out. You know what I'm saying? We opened that up in 2020 during the pandemic and a hard time where the world was going through a lot. We decided to show some grit, you know what I'm saying, and bite down and fight through it and birth something new. So from there, the last 5 years we've been rocking and gliding, shooting, going different countries, different states, you know what I'm saying, doing our thing, trying to develop as artists and business owners as well. We've done things for the community, you know what I'm saying, shoe drives, backpack giveaways, you know what I'm saying, also giving away times to different schools and, you know what I'm saying, providing opportunity for the youth.
Nice.
Ultimately, and then from there is just where we at now. And right now we in the era of a dreamer's world. You know what I'm saying? And that's more than just fashion. It's more than just music. It's a way of life. You know what I'm saying? It's knowing that your dreams aren't far-fetched, knowing that you can attain the things that people would tell you are unattainable. You know what I'm saying?
Nice. You said you had a church background. Your father is a pastor?
Yes, sir.
How does that shape your music, man? Do you ever feel like, can't really talk about this, my dad might hear it or my mom might hear it? Honestly, what's that like, bro?
Honestly, man, I had support from my parents since I was a little kid.
That's very important.
They bought me studio equipment. I had studio equipment in my basement at 12 years old, me and my twin brother. You know what I'm saying? So,
your brother do music too?
Yeah, he does.
Okay,
Yeah,
nice.
He's on my album.
Okay.
Shout out L3. But man. So it's never been a thing where I had to hide it or I could always come to them and show them my music.
Gotcha,
you know what I'm saying? It's always been free. Granted, the message, it kind of shifts the older you get. Right. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I've always been true to R&B and true to the essence of hip hop as well. So it's I've never tried to hide my creativity or even dial back and tried to be sanctified or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? this is art at the end of the day.
Right.
So like I feel like it's no rules in art. You know what I'm saying? When you show up to color your picture, you color it however you want to.
Facts. You said you went to a few different countries and.
No, just saying, we've been out the country, you know what I'm saying? Out in Canada, you know what I'm saying? Just pursuing different opportunities, shooting content, you know what I'm saying? Going out there trying to find a different network of clientele as well. But outside of that, you know what I'm saying? Really just going out there shooting content, trying to get on the performance scene as well out there, you know, diversify. But we've been to Atlanta, LA, man, we've been around.
What do you think the cultural differences is when you go to those different cities like the Atlantas or the LAs, man?
I don't know.
Especially when it comes to R&B.
Culturally, I think that Atlanta is more like, okay, we looking for something like this. I think that LA is more rooted in its culture. And that's fine, but it's like it's still respect for art at the end of the day. So it's like a sense of and being embraced as well out there. Just running into the locals and telling like, oh yeah, I do music. You know, it's a lot of people out there doing music. So like as a scene that's oversaturated, I would feel like the response that I've gotten while being out there was always love. But you know what I'm saying? I would say being from Detroit is like, you can make it here or make it from Inkster. You can make it anywhere, bro. Like, you got to have that sense of resilience and being for it tough. You know what I'm saying? Not to be all cliche, but that's really the reality. Like, where you going to go where it can snow in April? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, not too many places, bro.
What we doing for real? You know?
Yeah. So, you from the town, man. Talk about how that shaped your musical background, man.
I mean, man, we come from greatness. And not a lot of people know this, but one of the first platinum records to come out of Motown was coming out of Inkster with the Marvelettes, Mr.
That's
Postman.
A fact. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I look at that and I look at where the origins of greatness has gotten us today. And not to say that I'm disappointed, but it's a little bit disheartening to see how far we have fell from the sense of just showmanship. We ain't got to talk about the messaging because I'm not no better than nobody or no preacher or none of that. You know, I'm not here to cast judgment, but I just think that we owe it to the people that came before us. This is Motown, bro. The Jackson 5. What was we saying? Smokey Robinson. You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
Stevie Wonder. Come on, man.
Yeah,
like,
Anita Baker.
Gladys Knight in the Pits. You know what I'm saying? We could really keep going. This is a city of real greatness and showmanship. So that's why when you see Legend, you're going to see a band. You're going to see dancers. You're going to see showmanship. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to just be a music video or just, you know what I'm saying, a bunch of provocative things that I can't say on the radio.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I want people to feel entertained at the end of the day.
Since you brought it up, state of R&B. How you feel about it, man? I feel like it's I won't call it a dying art, but I don't feel like people, the newer R&B artists, put their heart and soul into it. It's kind of like, you know, rappers that just found a niche of singing.
I think that's music now. Like, so I think people are more just trying to get rich quick. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you can hear that in the music. It's like it's not no real essence of soul, and that's what we're used to. When we think of R&B, we think of that essence of soul, that thing that speaks to our spirit. You know what I'm saying? Those songs that give us those butterflies and those goosebumps. And some of it's in vocal delivery, and I think that there are a lot of great vocally talented artists that are still doing their thing and that are arising as well. So I think that it's not dying. I think that it's emerging from the ashes like a phoenix, honestly, because it's something that's like never gonna be able to die because people are gonna always fight to get it in its truest essence. The problem is that hip hop is like a subgenre now, where like it's auto-tuned out, where hip hop wasn't always what it is now, but that's music. It's gonna always change. You know what I'm saying?
So you talked about the history of just, you know, both Inkster and Detroit and just like R&B. And to me, Detroit is an R&B city. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? To its core. You know, no matter how hard we tried to put, and nothing against the rappers, but it's to me, it's just an R&B city. How do we get back to, like you said, that essence, that love of what we're doing in terms of R&B, man? How do we get back to that?
I gotta be so honest, like, I don't mean this in no like So if I say something, I'm not casting judgment, but it's like, it's on all of us to do our part. Like, you go into the club and the DJ spin a new record, what do the people do? They stop. Why? Because it's not the song they heard on TikTok. It's not the song that they know. It's not. So I'm saying, so what does that make the DJ do? The DJ doesn't play that song anymore. The DJs aren't trying to break new artists. Or how many DJs are trying to break new artists?
They don't do it no more.
You know what I'm saying? But what is the interest in it? It's because everything is about monetary gain. It's either you want clout or you want some money. You know what I'm saying? Everything ain't always about money. Everything, and that's the thing. Our art form is taking the sacrifice and paying the penalty of everybody just being able to compensate. If you could buy a number one, what does it mean to be in the studio making a great album? What does Michael Jackson's Thriller mean if you can just go buy the number one? Facts.
Yeah. So you feel like money is killing the R&B game, or is it?
It isn't. It's a bunch of things. We could be here all day.
Got you.
It's not just money, but I think that it's the sense of everybody has a like, this is a chain, and as soon as you find a weak link, it's over. That's just pretty much what it is. That's what I think. That's the easiest way to explain it. Is like, everybody has their role in it. And I think that we all have to be the change that we want to see. If we want to see music get better, we got to stop playing whack music. You know what I'm saying? If you want music to really get better, you can't play what's hot all the time. You got to be looking. So DJs, look for those artists that's taking this thing serious. Don't go just get Joe Blow because he hot on TikTok right now. Go figure out the guy that's working or the girl that's working for this thing day and night. And I ain't even talking about me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'll go pay to get my song on the radio, whatever. I'll go pay to get it done, whatever it takes. So money ain't all of the problem. You know what I'm saying?
Talk about some of your musical influence, man. Who'd you listen to growing up that made you want to get into this R&B game?
Ronald Isley and the Isley Brothers, Michael Jackson and the Jackson 5.
Like OGs, for real.
You know what I'm saying? That's like some of my earliest memories and earliest.
Who put you hip to them? Like your mom, your dad? Got you.
Dad, my mom and my dad, road trips to Mississippi, going to see my grandparents.
It's different music, wasn't it?
You know, come on, I wake up.
Go
on
ahead,
my
I heard
sleep.
you. I would go,
You feel me? Wake up on my sleep when that hit on. Yeah. So, those are just some of the few. Luther Vandross, Kanye West, Chris Brown. You know what I'm saying? Many more greats.
Right. Do you try to emulate any of them and incorporate some of their sounds or some of their talents into your music at all, or you just like, I don't want to mess with that?
So like, I try my hardest, bro, to just be my own artist.
Got you.
I'm not gonna shy away from my inspiration though. Like, I got Michael Jackson in my studio looking at me recording, and it's like it's 3 different pictures of him on one picture.
You're the GOAT, man.
And so in those pictures, it's 3 different stages. It's like either he's pleased with me, he's upset, and he's like, okay, you all right. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm always in the studio like, man, I gotta hit this run. Mike in here looking at me like, is he gonna be proud? You know what I'm saying? So definitely the sense of the inspiration of what I grew up with, that's something that is just in me. Like, I get a lot of comparisons to a lot of artists that I listen to or that I have listened to, because when I'm working, I don't listen to nobody. I really just listen to myself.
Gotcha.
And that's not like on some like, I make the best music. That's just like, I'm really trying to do my best and not taking from people, because we do it subconsciously. Rather we like
especially when you listen to them a lot. Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah. Let's talk about your project out right now, Dreamers Don't Die. Where'd you come up with that title from, bro?
Oh man, just like I said, it's the dreamer's world, man. It's tatted on my hand. It's a way of life, man, for real. And I believe that, we all got an expiration date, but as a dreamer, it's like, man, my dreams don't die. You know what I'm saying? What are we in right now? We in somebody's dream right now. We in somebody's building. This was just somebody's idea that they had. And they had the moxie to go the extra mile to make sure, okay, this is going to be bigger than just a dream. I'm going to leave this world behind for my kids and my kids' kids. And that's what this thing is about. You know what I'm saying? I got kids. I'm a father of 2. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my sons. And I believe wholeheartedly, like, if you're not doing it for the people behind you, beyond just the kids, like, I want the kids that's coming up in the hood or coming up in the suburbs who don't believe in themselves, because I've been to the schools, I've talked to the kids who love music or have a different experience in loving an art and want to express themselves through that. And the response that they get from their parents is not always supported. You know what I'm saying? So this album and my message alone to all people It's really just to follow your dreams, follow your gut. You know what I'm saying? If it's something in this life that you like got a really good idea about, man, go with that. God is not putting that on your heart for nothing. And that's what Dreamers Don't Die is about, for real.
You got a song on the project with my guy Soccer the Renegade. You brought him up earlier.
Yes, sir.
SOS. How did that collab come about with you on the Soccer, man? I know you said you went to school with a Soccer. I did too. We both went to Eastern. Shout out Eastern. Yeah. But how did that collab come about?
Man, that's like I said, that's my brother right there, man. That's one guy I know if I call on, he gon' whatever it is, he gonna pick up.
Yeah.
He gonna pull it through for me. So it was one of the situations where I had a song. The song was really just me by myself at first. And then I was just like, someone was like, man, hit up Asaka and see if he'd do something. Cause it's just like I heard him on it. And realistically, man, I called my brother, man, he pulled through for me like always, man. Just
nice.
Really was expected. Same old Tribe connection. Shout out to everybody in the Tribe regime, man.
Fire. You do a lot of community events, man. You love, I've seen you you post about the backpack drives and just wanting to give back. You even spoke about just giving back to the community. Why is that important to you as an artist, man?
Well, number one is something that I seen my mother and my father do in ministry throughout years.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, they've been in ministry since 97, and since 97, they've been giving back to communities, whether it was Inkster, whether it was the west side of Detroit or the east side of Detroit, wherever our ministry has crossed over, we have went in the community and tried to impact people's lives. And that it's not always with something monetary. We've went through and just cleaned the community, beautified it, you know what I'm saying?
Fire.
Went and cut the grass and pulled weeds and picked up the trash around the neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? So it's in me, it's in my roots. My father and my people have always taught me to, serve others, you know what I'm saying, and be a blessing to others. So it was the same thing when it was time for me to start my own business and share the platform of creativity, because in that we still open up doors for other artists to perform as well.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just a full circle moment, man. It's like,
nice.
I want to be able to show the kids that there's somebody that looks like you, that comes where you come from. And they are doing the unthinkable.
Nice.
Because that's the response that I get when I go and I do the things that I do humbly. Thank God, all praise be to God. But when I do these things, people look at me like, are you signed? How did you do it? No, I have a plan. I made a plan and I put my mind to it and I made it happen. And you can do it too.
Your brand, Locked In ENT.
Yes.
How'd you come up with the name? What made you want to? Because you have a studio, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, talk about all that, man. The studio, the brand, Locked In ENT, the label. Talk about creating all of that, man.
Yeah, man. So, like I said, we started in 2020. Honestly, it was a time where it was just like I was about to build a studio in my mom's basement, because that's where I was recording all of my sessions. So I was like, I had some money saved up. I'm like, man, I'm about to build a booth down here. I went and bought some paint. And then she was like, got on me like, you ain't about to paint my walls, black boy. You ain't about to do that. Got on me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shout out to mama, you know what I'm saying? Everything happened for a reason. That ended up like pushing me to like, okay, I need to find somewhere. There's a gentleman who actually had the space prior to us that I knew about. And you know what I'm saying? You see somebody do something and it ain't no hate, but it be like, dang, I let dog come do this before me in my city. Like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't no hate, like, you know
do you, but I got to do that too.
Right,
you know
right. Shout out, bro, because he lit the fire under me to be like, okay, I got to get my own. I got to make it happen. So, ironically,
kind of like a wake-up call, that's all. Yeah.
And he ended up, like, leaving the space, moving to L.A., and, following his career, prospering in music as well. Shout out to them. And me and bro had linked back up. Me and my brother Side had linked back up. And probably hadn't talked to each other since we was like 13. I had just dropped like a music video or something. One of my homies was working with him from school, and she had seen the video, shared it, and he seen it and shared it. Ended up following me on his page, and like I seen he was doing music, and that was a shocker to me. I'm like, because my business partner is Lebanese, you know what I'm saying? He's making hip hop music and R&B. I'm like, so I'm not no fake guy. I'm gonna really go listen. I really want to listen, and I liked what I heard. I'm like, okay, I can help you here. Like, I want to help you grow. Nice. And that's kind of how it started. It just was like me reaching out to him. Like, he had already showed love to me, and from there I just reached out. And everything that we had did was genuine. So we talked. And like, oh yeah, man, let's get in the stew. We got in the stew later on that week. Everything we did, we said we was gonna do it, and we did it. We went to the stew, knocked out a session. after that, his engineer just so happened to be leaving and moving to Arizona. So it's like he needed an engineer. I'm like, bro, let's open up a studio together. I'll be an engineer. We gonna hire engineers. We gonna blah, 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 and so on and so forth. We end up going to look out of space later on that week. 2 weeks later, we was moved in, building a studio.
That's dope, man.
Off of a month of like literally probably a month, not even a month, a couple of weeks, 3 weeks max of like reconnecting.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So. Okay, so I want to back up just a tad bit. Want to go back to the project. You what's your favorite song off the album, man?
Oh man, I ain't gonna lie. It's not even close. It's Kendra, Denise, and me. Oh man, shout out Kendra, Denise. Oh, I get butterflies just thinking about how good that song is. It's called Graveyard Shift. Okay. When I say that this is the most true to R&B song on that album, like, oh my goodness. Stevie Wonder, all the greats will be proud if they heard it. You know what I'm saying?
Nice. That's what's up.
That's my one. That's my number. Every time I get, that's track 9, by the way. Every time I get to it, I get stuck there. Like
what was it about the track that when you heard it, you was like, yeah, this one of them ones?
Really the beat, number one, but more than anything, like I know I did my thing. The pen was penning.
Gotcha.
But man, Kendra Denise, that voice.
She went crazy.
She came in, I record all my own music. She came to the studio and recorded it with me, and I got to see it live in person, and I just was blown away. She almost made me walk out the studio, bro. Like, I almost did a lap. I'm like, bro, she hit one high note. I'm like, bro, I got to leave. I got to go home.
All right, a couple more things, man, and I'm going to let you get up out of here.
Yes,
you spoke about the support from your parents when you decided to leave school and pursue music full time.
The support started young. It wasn't like, so look, I had more of a support when I was coming up. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
12 years old. I still had the support chasing my music dream as an adult. Mm-hmm. But, my parents reacted how any parent would when you tell them you're dropping out of school to make music. You know what I'm saying? They looked at me like I was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Rightfully so. You know what I'm saying? I was 19 years old. But
so what they say, like, what was the conversation like? And then after that conversation, did you feel like, okay, I made the right decision?
Yeah, I felt like I did, but the conversation just was more like, are you sure? Like,
right.
You sure this is you? Because like one thing I love about my parents, they know I'm a man. Like they know that this is my life. I gotta live it. You know what I'm saying? So they always gave me that respect. They definitely like looked at me like, is dog okay? You know what I'm saying? But and there was some growing pains throughout all that. Like I said, I was 19. My parents was divorced as well. I came back home. I'm holding down a whole house by myself. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? 19 years old. You know what I'm saying? I had my cousins as my roommates. Shout out Juan. Shout out Money. So you know what I mean? Like it was. We was all going through something in that moment. But regardless, how I was being looked at, for sure, was more so like I remember having a conversation with my father even after. He was just like, what you doing, bro? Like, you got to get back in school. And I'd like looking at him like, still don't get it. You got to be delusional for your dreams, man.
Facts.
You got to be delusional for your dreams. I'm sitting there looking at him like, mind you, I ain't really got much going on in life. Like, I got a decent job, but I'm consistent with my music. That was the only thing I was really like going hard for. And he like, you got to get back in school. You need to do this and do that. I'm like, you still don't. I'm looking at him like, you still don't get it. You still don't see it. This is it.
When did your dad finally be like, okay, I see you, son?
When I opened up my studio and started having business, and you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Once that seed flourished into something, a little bit more understandable. And like I said, that's even understandable on my side as a father. Like, what you mean you gonna drop out of school to just go, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I think that it's like a testament to them and like raising me, like showing me that, you know what I'm saying? I've always had this in me, you know what I'm saying? I've wanted this since I was 9 years old. So it's like them having the ability to know like, okay, this kid, he's a little crazy. He want what he want. He gonna go and get it. I had a job at 15, bro. Like, I was paying my own bills at like 15 years old. So like, I done always figured out how to get it. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing they know. I'm gonna get it done. If I say I'm gonna do something, it's gonna get done.
Nice. Last thing, man. You, like I said, you always working. You always doing something. Tell people about what you got coming up next. Projects that you got coming out. I know the Dreamers Don't Die is out right now on all streaming platforms. Please go stream that. But yeah, just let people know what you got going on, bro.
Right now, man, I'm working on all of the visual content for this project. We got 2 videos out right now. Let It Snow and Amazing. We continuing to work on this rollout. shows and performances is, you know, still on the floor, deciphering on a show at the end of the year, more than likely, thrown independently. But outside of that, man, just constant work, staying in the studio. I've been in the studio all week. I got off work every day at 11 and been in the studio till like 3 a.m. all week. You know what I'm saying? So
music grind don't stop.
The work don't stop, man.
Yeah.
We gonna stay working, keep our foot on everybody's neck. You know, humbly being said. But
where your studio at, man? So people can they book studio time?
Yeah, man.
Okay,
Follow us on
Instagram
at Locked In Studio. It's 32620 Cherry Hill, Garden City, Michigan. If you ain't locked in, you're locked out.
Legend, man. Appreciate you for stopping in, talking with me. Thank you so much. You know, you can definitely come back anytime, brother. And we're gonna stay up to date with you, man. Shout your Instagram out so they can stay up to date with you, follow you, and all that good stuff from me.
Legend Official, LEGEND Official. Man, I appreciate you again for having me, brother. God bless y'all. Thank y'all.
All right, Showtime to Czar. Peace.